this one. Today I found a kitten, like a tiger stripe kitten. Kind of look like my cat, but it's a different pattern. And I tried to get him. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy though, but I tried to capture it. Came to me. They let me rub it, everything. At first it was scared, but it came to me. And I tried to pick it up. It didn't want to get picked up. The whole time it was somebody's cat. So I just looked. It was a kitten though. It was like 4 months. I really wanted it though. Really did. Hey Han, what is HON? Oh, what's up? What's your message? I don't know. I don't have one. Thank you. I do not have one. Thank you. Well, since it's already out there, I was recommended. I didn't really tell y'all because I just wait. I wait a lot now. I wait now before I share things. But what's my hidden talent? I'm into instruments, piano and the saxophone type. Yeah, the piano, the saxophone. Yeah, I think that's a hidden talent. I want to openly just play the saxophone in front of people. You have to actually get to know me personally for me to probably even know that I do that and I like that and to see me actually play. But yeah, but that's what I was saying. So I received a call like a couple weeks ago from this lady, and she told me about something. It was a great opportunity, and she recommended me for it. So I will be going on the Real Talk series. It's a TV show. It's with an organization, and it's connected to Wish TV, and it's with the youth. And I'm very excited for that. I had to go on a Zoom call with them. It was like a lot of them in there, and I believe I did pretty well in the Zoom call because they actually emailed me hours later and told me that they wanted me to be a part of this series where I would be in the middle of parents and the youth. So it would be the youth being able to have a conversation with their parents, and it's going to be on live television. And it's a great opportunity because it opens up doors for many more opportunities around the youth. Hey, Davon Bennett. My name is Nashawn Clay. I can't do this tonight. So yes, man, just grateful for that and all the other great opportunities. A lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is the area that I need to grow in. If it is, God would definitely allow me to grow. Any hobbies? Yeah. I mean, hobbies, I like to film, I write books. I like this nature, really just, well, that's not really a hobby, but it kind of is. Walking in nature and just really sitting and chilling. I think the older that I get, I'm just very like narrowed down on what I really would like to do. But yeah. But back to what I was saying. So a lot of times, as I was saying, if it's something that God wants me to grow from, He will definitely grow me. But I don't work with a lot of people. I don't work with certain organizations, or I don't work. I don't do that. I pay attention a lot. I pay attention to a lot, from behaviors to everything. So a lot of opportunities that come my way, I don't accept them. Yeah, business is business, but also if a business is treating me a certain way, even though it's not face to face or whatever, but you see how they acting, and then they come back and try to offer you a connection, I don't take it. And I don't know, I feel like it goes against my dignity and all of it. Yo, what's up, Nicole? How's your day going? My day is pretty well today. School is pretty well today. We had a lockdown. Um, Kids take nothing serious. It was a real lockdown. It was a hard lockdown. I was slightly nervous because they wasn't really telling us what was happening. So I was a little nervous because a lot of things go on in school. So it was a real lockdown. They had to shut the doors, lock them, pull the blinds down, put the kids in the corner, and I stood right by the door. I prayed, for protection for everybody and myself, but I stood right by the door because I really thought it was like a shooting. It was, but it was like blocks off. But I thought it was like, which I constantly see. I was just prepared to attack. Like, that's all I was thinking about. Like, okay, if this really like what I think it is, I'm about to attack. I'm about to just go all in, literally. So I stood by the door. Every time somebody walked past the door, I was so nervous because they wasn't telling us what it was, literally. Because it was a real drill, so we was kind of nervous, literally. But other than that, today was a great day. Kids went well. It was well. They did, responded well today. So yeah. Lord's will. I pray everything goes well there and back. But I got a vlog in Chicago, so I gotta go there tomorrow. Other than that, just working. Hey, beautiful baby. Good morning. Thank you. I love you too. What grade are you in? I'm 30 years old. I work in a school. So yeah, y'all. I don't really work with a lot of people because I pay attention to character. I pay attention to who a person really is and just how people act and treat you. Especially, I just pay attention to that stuff. So when opportunities come, do y'all feel like, I don't feel like I'm holding, I don't know. Do y'all feel like it's a grudge? I don't feel like I'm holding a grudge. I feel like I don't care to give people an opportunity to work with me after I feel like after the way that they acted, I feel like you always treat people great, no matter what position they in, no matter how low they are, no matter how high they are. You treat everybody a great way, because it's going to become a point where, you might come across that person, you might need them for something, and you reach out and they say no because of the way that you carried yourself. So, yeah, you don't see me connect. Anybody you see me connect with, it's genuine. It's genuine vibes. It's genuine connections. It's genuine business partnership. So, but I'm really excited for that TV series. Really excited for that. What's up? The school district, the school and all that, I'm going crazy inside these schools. Right? As if my gift and my skills. Where I need to grow at is when I have areas that I need to grow at, and this one stop becoming so hard or putting a shield up. I know where I need to grow at. I can't really explain it to y'all, but I know where I need to grow at and where it holds me back. My name is Nashawn, N-A''SHAN, not Y. And no, I'm not coming over there. I'm okay where I'm at. I don't even remember what you said, honestly, to be honest with you. What was I saying? Yeah. Oh, yeah, my work is going crazy inside these schools, man. Building really a name for myself. my classes start this month. I got my degree out for psychology. Then I'm gonna go back for my master's, and then I'm gonna go back again just to get that DR in front of my name. Thank you. Tay, why you delete your comment? I've been getting flirted with these past couple of days. I've been getting it. I'm glad you're still acting well. As long as God keep blessing me, I'm gonna continue to be active and well. Humble. I pray that I'll stay humble no matter what, how big I get, no matter how much money is in my bank account, no matter how many people know me, not recognize me when I go in public. I pray I always remain humble and not allow it to get to my head. Because you can happen. You never overthink. Think like, oh, this stuff can't change you. It can if you're not careful. But God has blessed me with a great spirit to remain humble. And I think one thing He has blessed me with was to not allow me to see myself the way that others see me. I'm your brother from another mother. I do smile a lot. Where it's me, the one you like. I don't like you. Can you get me to speak up? I'll speak soft. That's just me. I'm a soft speaker. I can't speak up. I've been getting flirted with it these past couple of days, so I ain't gonna lie. I'm good, but it'd be cute, be interesting. Not cute, but it'd be interesting, But it made me. I'm glad it happens because it allows me to see that not everybody that comes in your pathway is meant for you in a sense. Just because you might connect with a person, or just because you think a person is attractive or whatever, it just allowed me to see that I don't really connect. I don't know how to describe it. Not everybody is good for you, man. You gotta really pay attention. How have you been? I have been well. God has me on a journey. Being a chosen one, all around, can be a very tough one. Because when you're chosen, you go through a lot. You go through a lot of growing for preparation for the calling that God has on your life. And it can be tough because I'm already aware of what God is doing or what He has shown me. And I can not be patient in a sense. I'm just going through a lot of things from preparation to that. It can get tough, but I'm thankful. It's all been well, for real. Life ain't perfect though. I'll be having my down days. But I am highly blessed, favored, chosen. I'm doing something that's a passion. I'm truly making an impact on the world. And I got haters. And when you have having haters really lets me know that I'm doing something. But people who seek my attention, I got people who seek my attention in a negative way. But they be happy when they get my attention. Really happy. And that really makes me feel good because it's like, dang, you really think I'm somebody special? What's next for the channel? Just keep dropping vlogs wherever God brings, and that's what happened. Hood vlogs are just a part of the story. YouTube is a tool for me. It's not my career, but I am thankful and blessed that God has opened His door for me. I am grateful for that, but I know that YouTube is a tool that allows me to share my career. It's a platform. So as God continues to open doors for me, then the world will see. You are special. Thank you. I send a light. You seem humble. Thank you, Darren. I really do appreciate that. I'm your only hater. Get over yourself. Well, I appreciate you, man. Hopefully you stay. Don't leave. Thank you for being a good person. That's really good. That's a great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because definitely in the world that we live in today, it's hard to be a good person. It's hard to have a good heart in this world that we live in. Definitely. It's definitely hard. But I mean, everything is well, you know. Yeah, what's up, Billy? How's it going? I need to get my hair soaked so I can clear out my locks on the inside and get it retwisted. What's up with it, cuz? What's up? Proud of you, keep it up. I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching daily, but I remember watching one of your videos when I was a teen. I heard and felt your wisdom. Glad you're still pushing it. Dang, you been around. So how old are you right now? How old are you? Yeah, man, God is definitely taking me on a journey. He's preparing me. He's preparing me. 23? So you've been watching for a while? I appreciate that. So you saw the journey for real, cause I just really been in it for like 5 years. But as in what I'm doing, the pathway, the mission, it's only been 5 years. I got baptized in 2020. I was 24, going on 25. It's very good. You keep God close to you always. I have to. You're the one who brought me here today. I never want to get sidetracked and get off path. Like I also pray for my platform too. See, I don't want to get caught up in just doing it for the money and getting away from God. Because at the end of the day, this is how I think. This is how I think truly. We're all gonna die. I know this is no disrespect to anybody else, but I know and believe that at the end of all this, you're gonna go to two places when it's time. Heaven, you're gonna go to the kingdom of God, or you're gonna go where where the other people are gonna suffer, and you're gonna be cut off from God. So I'm very conscious, and I try to live my life in a way that pleases God and honors Him and glorifies Him. So I don't get onto my YouTube channel and do it for views, or if I even get caught into that, that's why I pray, that when I'm building off YouTube, God builds it in His own way, how He wants it. That's going to glorify Him. That's going to lift Him up. That's going to please Him. Because at the end of all this, when we die, I don't have an opportunity or a chance to please God. So I try to make sure that while I'm living, I'm doing God's will. I'm pleasing Him. I fall short. I do sin. But I want to make sure that I do that because I understand what's going to happen after this. Most of your pains come from the light. Imagine how you could feel if things weren't brought to the light. God comes from it. No, I don't believe that. Well, look who it is. Look, Nayshawn, what's chopping? What's up, man? Hey, hello, how are you? Did you have a nice weekend? Yes, what did I do this weekend? I filmed. I got a few vlogs. One of them is downloading right now. What I filmed. That weekend, tomorrow, Friday, the weekend again, Lord's will. Lord's willing. I pray everything goes well. God will make sure I'm sent. One thing I've been working on too, how we just get up and we make decisions and choices on our own? Well, I've been reading the scripture. So how I read the Bible, because I struggle with reading the Bible. How I read the Bible, I focus on one scripture and I focus on that for a couple of days. I just don't go to the next just to say, oh, I read the Bible. But I've been focusing on taking my plans to God before I just choose to do something. So even with me going to these other cities, I have brought that to God instead of me just getting up and go. He said, God, if this is what you want me to do, bless the trip. If it's not, take it away. And I gotta be okay with that. So I've been working on that. I also been working on lately I've been getting irritated. I don't know if that's because I'm getting older, but lately I've been getting irritated and I don't like the way that I don't like that. I don't like that about myself. So I've been working on that. So I just be reading scriptures about just having patience. You have patience. It comes with wisdom. You know how to act. So I just been focusing on that, on things I feel like I need to work on myself that I see at the moment. You on your best behavior when you're around the slime. Is this a Bible study live? And so I'm a dip because I'm slime. No, you probably need this for real. Take each day as it comes, day by day. I'm 54. Next time I have to go, it was nice talking to you. A strong lover like you love from Africa. I will come back in December because I have boarding school. Can you please pray for me in my exams? Yeah, man. I hope you have I hope you God blesses you with the right resources, the right strength, the right mind, the attention, being able to take in what you read, and remember when it's time for you to take that quiz or those exams. As you get older, you get wiser. Yeah, I agree with that. I do. Because now that I'm 30, I'm a lot different than what I was when I was 28 or even younger. The way that I respond to situations, the way that I think, the way that I carry myself, even the way I dress. I don't like to just dress a certain way. Like, for example, you wouldn't really catch me. I wouldn't say that, but I don't like, so say somebody gave me a jogging suit, red shirt, you know those zip ups that the young kids wear now? It's like a fashion statement, and red joggers or flares, whatever. I wouldn't like that anymore. So a part of me, my style is changing. I feel like that would be too childish for me personally. So a lot of things about myself is really changing for me, and I'm seeing it. How you been doing, sis? I've been pretty well. You learn from your experience. Yeah, you do. Life is a great teacher. It's a very great teacher. Well, God allows life to teach you for real. And I went through a lot of stuff to be taught. Life taught me well. Life taught me early. So I had to grow up early. I had to just go through things early. As in, like, when I was younger, like, from just my childhood, even until I started to get more strength, God blessed me with strength and I got away. But even, like, when I was younger, probably, 2017, you know, I'm the black sheep, for the one who don't know, for the ones who don't know. If you don't, I'm sure y'all know what the black sheep is. And when the black sheep, they say a black sheep is when they get older, they break the cycles, they heal, and they get away. That is very true. That is very true. But during that time in my life, thank you, Chad. I appreciate that. Yeah, being the black sheep, man. I don't know where I was going with that. I was just sharing with y'all. I was about to go somewhere with that. Have you had a bad experience in life? Like in what way? Pakistan? I mean, I was about to tell y'all something because we was about to connect to something, but I literally forgot. I forgot, literally. I'm trying to figure out. You learn from your experience. I'm trying to remember. So when I was a kid, or just younger, my childhood, like, a lot of people around me, that's why I shared my story with my family. A lot of my family around me, like, I faced a lot of, like, mistreatment, where my body size, I always face a lot of self-projection from others. So when people face their own insecurities, they self-projected on me. So I was attacked a lot of times, called names, my body size was attacked, even though I never had issues with my body size ever. I was mistreated. I was beat down as a kid by my own family. And I feel like that taught me how to be treated in life in a sense. But now who I am today, it's so different than that time period in my life, for real. It's so different. It's so different. As in myself and who I am today compared to that girl back then when I allowed others to do that. Cause I'm quiet, and during that time of my life when people used to pick at me, I just remained quiet. I allowed it. You know, I love you. Okay, bye, thanks. I allowed it. I allowed people to mistreat me. I allowed people to say things. Over time, it built up. And that's when you started to see me bite back when people bothered me. And I used to react instead of learning how to respond. But who I am today, it's like I gained so much confidence. You don't see those people around me anymore. I cut everybody off. You can't even come at me and speak disrespectful to me anymore. You know? Like I'm so confident in myself, I'm healed. It's like I'm a whole different person. Why was your mom? What do you mean by that, Michelle? Your mom and dad script? Yeah, it does make you stronger. It does. It definitely makes you stronger. It definitely does. It makes you very stronger. Because I'm stronger now. I'm not that little girl or that person that people once knew. Like, they're strangers to me. Like, I am a stranger to them. Like, people in my family and stuff that knew me, or just people who knew me in my past, from childhood friends and all that. I am a stranger to them. Yo, what's up, Just Blaze? No, I didn't grow up in a strict household, and my grandma raised me. I didn't grow up in a strict household. I didn't have rules in a sense. I didn't have curfews. I didn't have that stuff. You was foster, like shelter, or you was in foster care? Foster care. So you don't know your family? Uh, Tay, don't nobody trick me. Honestly, respectfully, I don't really know what you're talking about. Not to be funny or anything. I really don't understand what you're talking about. So yeah, man, I am alone. I'm a loner. Like nobody is around me. Like I can't get up and call family or stuff like that. You know? 'Cause I am by myself. If I need help, I turn to God and ask for prayer. Because He's the only one I can depend on. I can't just get up and call somebody. I mean, I probably could, a few people, but like, I couldn't just get up and just call people. It's not like a big, like, whole bunch of people in my circle, you know? And that right there really helped me grow in who I am today. Because it always really been me, you know? It has always been me. I'm glad that I grew up the way I grew up. Like a lot of people around me weren't genuine. Family, childhood friends, they wasn't genuine. And nobody really expected me to get where I'm at today. And they didn't think Nashawn Clay would get to this level. I'm the biggest person from my neighborhood, literally. Nobody expected me to get to this level. Not even in my family. They didn't expect for me, people in my childhood, high school, they didn't think I was going to make it and get here today. So it shocks them because they know they mistreated me in a sense. And I don't let them back in my life. You know how many I have childhood friends try to come back in my life. I don't allow them. This is this chapter. You showed me, you treated me a certain way. I'm grown now, I'm older, I'm more mature, and I am more healed. So a lot of those ways and patterns that I accepted when I was younger, it won't fly with me today because I am not that same person anymore. So I don't really care. I don't seek validation. I don't care to have you in my life. You know, I don't miss your presence. You know, you gotta show me that you changed. You gotta show me that you're a different person. You cannot just come into my life and think just because you know me or you grew up with me or you're my family or whatever. If you mistreated me, a lot of people who have mistreated me, they're not in my circle. You're so young though, different. I love being on my own. Thank you. Oh, I say thank you. What the heck? You done well. See, you went around them. That's how you would have ended. You are beautiful. Thank you. You won't change. Oh, how strong you are. I mean, who I am today, who I am in general, is really just me. It's my personality, it's my character. It's something that God has allowed me to grow into. But yeah, I don't have connections with people I grew up with. I might say what's up to people I grew up with here and there, but like, all that stuff is a chapter. I still love certain people, I grew up with, it's love there. Of course, that's a big, important part of your life. But like people in my childhood who wasn't genuine, that who smiled in my face and they did sneaky things, like stuff like that, they try to come back. But I don't allow it, because once again, I'm not the same person. What do you mean by that, Michelle? What's up? How do you see it? You're lovely looking. Have you got someone? What you mean? I'm proud of you. You see you. That is the environment God has blessed me in. That's the environment God wanted me to start in, and as you can see, it played a great role in who I am today, and how I carry myself, and how I respond to relationships, connections that are not genuine. I got a gift of discernment too, so I can see through things. I can see the truth, you know, and being able to see the truth and just going through what I went through is a great blessing because it allows me to not get connected to people. I don't care if you're the hottest in the world. I don't care if you're a millionaire. If I see the truth and you're not genuine, I will not care to connect with you because I'm not moved by money. Money doesn't move me. Fame doesn't move me. Attention doesn't move me. What moves me is a genuine person. If you're genuine, then I will connect with you. If you're not, I won't. You will see how many connections I turned down because it's not genuine. I don't care to be my name to be attached to one of the biggest brands in the world. If it's not genuine or they have an ill spirit, I don't care for that stuff. Because at the end of the day, God's going to continue to open doors for me. That's meant for me. I want to be connected with genuine souls, genuine vibes, genuine businesses. I hope my stuff downloaded because I'm going to be sick if it didn't. You're the same as me. Yeah, it's a blessing. I ain't gonna lie to you. You just gotta learn how to protect your heart and have boundaries for real. I got a good heart. And people can't say that. If people say I don't have a good heart and I'm not genuine, they lie. Because kids are genuine and kids draw to what's genuine, right? Yes. Kids draw to what's genuine, what's unconditional, and what's genuine, what's good. And all kids draw to me. No matter how bad they are. They draw to me, they listen to me. Kids don't respect me. I got respected my first time ever in 5 years since 2021, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 years. Since I've been inside the school system working with kids. My first year, this year, getting disrespected by girls. Girls, I'll bond better with the boys, I ain't gonna lie, but I connect with the girls. But girls are just so drama-filled in a sense. But they disrespected me twice, right? But you know what? I call their parents. I let their parents know. I think they just being a kid, but they have to understand his boundaries. You don't talk to adults like that. And guess what? One of those kids actually really wanted to draw. They started to draw to me. The whole time, that's probably what she really wanted to do was draw to me, and she didn't know how. But when people say, oh, she not who she say she is. You just go to the kids. Bring me into the circle of kids and watch how they respond to me. Adults, they gonna say whatever they want to say. You have to realize adults, a lot of adults, they can become miserable, they can be envious, they can be jealous, they can slander your name because they don't like you off of their own insecurity. You want the true, raw answer? Go to children. They'll tell you who a person really is by how they'll tell you who a person really is in their character. Do I smoke? No, I don't smoke. But that is something that I have been pushing to stop doing. But I used to. Yes, I did. I used to smoke weed. But I stopped. You want to know why I stopped? Well, God definitely communicates a lot. He communicates. And where I'm at in my life, well, y'all will see. But I have to prepare. So one of the things that I have to prepare, it means I have to step away from smoking weed because I am in preparation. I have to prepare for the blessing that God is about to give me. But trust me, it could be a challenge. I'm not gonna lie to you. 20 years and stopped. You stopped 6. Yeah, I just gotta prepare for my blessing. So that's what I've been doing. Prepare. What God been doing is preparing me. Even though it's been hard, man. You're like, dang, God, He's been preparing me for the blessing. You just don't ever have to date when God is going to say, okay, it's time. You don't know that. That's the hardest part. Because you don't know when. He's like, all right, bro. I think I've just been building my relationship with God, honestly. I try to have a raw relationship with Him. You know, sometimes I catch myself praying mediocre prayers. But I have to just be raw, like, God, no, okay, this is what, you know? And I feel like I've been doing it. Just talking to God more. Because it is a relationship. He knows everything I'm struggling with. He knows everything I'm battling. And trust me, He provides a way. Even if it's not the way that I want, in a sense, He provides a way. It's just the way that I need to go through at this moment to teach me and help me grow. Prepare me. Because that's what it is. I'm being prepared. A couple of days ago, man, I was in an environment with these dudes. We were just talking about Rolexes. They got a Rolex. One of them got a green face. And I was just thinking, like, dang, this is crazy. This is a great conversation. Being around a certain group of people talking about Rolex owners, talking about Rolex, and he had a green face boy. The green faces, they're amazing. Don't drink and drive. I don't drink. We're so young, grown up, quick, see a lot. Yeah, wow, Rolex. Yeah, just your circle, honestly. Today I was able to go look at this beautiful home. Well, it wasn't my home. It wasn't for sale or anything. Somebody lived there. But it was like a business type. And I seen a home and it was so beautiful, bro. I was like, what the heck? You see, like, when you started to level up, when I first started this journey, or not even when I first started, before I went through what I went through, you know, I used to openly give everybody advice on their brands, their YouTubes, whatever. I used to openly give it, you know. But over time, I learned to be careful because not everybody has a genuine heart. People will try to eat, like, people don't, you know, whatever. You just gotta be careful. But as I started to level up and learn a lot of times, it is groups and people that are literally clicked up in a sense, and they have powerful information, and they only share that information within their group in a sense. And the only way you can get into this group or their circle is if they invite you. And it just taught me a lot too, because it goes back to how I used to openly share everything with everybody on advice, how to start businesses, how to grow their YouTube, day trading, all this stuff. And I realized I cannot do that. You know, I can't do that at all. You stay with the sniffles. No, actually, it just came a couple of days ago. It's actually getting better. It's because I be having a dust in my crib. I got hardwood floors and I have a cat. So that stuff is triggering to me sometimes. It just started to trigger me. So yeah. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I had a very great day. It's like you like that? Like you just called me Chief Queef. You study that? Is that what you study? Or that's just your name? Was I in a gang? No, I created a gang when I was in 8th grade. And my AVID teacher, Miss Duncan, somehow she found out. She texted my phone and got on me and told me I knew better. And I was like, who is this? And she never texted me back. But I figured out it was her. But I grew up in a gang structure. It was a gang format. It was just like it. So yeah, to answer your question, it was my environment. Your dreads look nice. Thank you. It was definitely my environment. But you couldn't tell now though, unless I come out and say, "Hey, I'm from the hood." Or sometimes how I carry myself, you know. But you wouldn't probably openly just tell I'm from the hood. I don't care. I don't care to be around the environment. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like ghetto things. And ghetto things is not tied to a color or a culture. Anybody can be ghetto. Being ghetto is the way you carry yourself and how you think. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. It's a mentality. I don't care for that. I don't like it. You know, I don't like certain ways. I don't like it. And even though I come from the hood and I come from the ghetto, I think people, I don't know. I just don't like to live that way. I don't like to be around it. I don't like to live in an environment like that. Like for example, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know. I just don't like going in certain environments like that anymore. You know, I like to go into environments that is well kept, that is a structure. It has structures, and it follows rules in a sense. Like I don't care to go into apartment buildings or live in apartment buildings where people are parking any way that they want. I don't like that. I want you to park it the way that you're supposed to. You know, go by the rules and things like that. So people think, oh, you from the hood, you like this? No, I don't. You know, I don't like it. I don't care to live that way anymore. I lived that way my whole childhood. You know, I don't like it. You know, I couldn't even really be myself in the hood either without being called white. You know, as I got older and grew, my slang, I used to speak with a lot of slang. You know, I carried myself, I was a product of my environment. Every time you heard me, I said photos, this, photos, that, post road, guns, shooting, everybody down type stuff. That was me because that was my environment, you know. But as I got older, you know, I started to speak differently. I carried myself differently too, and I used to get called white. I'm like, how am I white? Because I'm carrying myself with intelligence, you know. But it's also brainwashing too to think that like, you think that I am being white because I'm speaking differently than you, even though I come from the same hood as you, lets me know that you have low self esteem about yourself. You believe that you cannot be intelligent. You believe intelligence is only connected to a certain race. I cannot really be myself inside the hood, the ghetto, without being called weird names. Like I like reading, I like playing the guitar, I like the piano, I like the saxophone. I like certain things that's not normal in the hood. You know, hey, Nisha, I could miss my mom if I could listen to you more. Well, thank you. Shout out to your mom. How do you feel about guns? Well, I have no bad thing about guns in the sense is the guns is based off how it's the person individually. Like I have guns, I carry a gun, but I don't. It's just the way I think and how I carry it. You know, so it depends on the person. People have to just be taught how to carry a gun. You cannot be emotional. You know how many you know how many incidents I have been in where people have came at me sideways, like a couple of weeks ago, somebody came at me sideways. I shared the story. I can share it because it's gonna be in my book. but I was doing a photo shoot in my hood, and somebody pulled up, and it was emotional. It was a man too. They was very emotional because I unfollowed them on social media. Which to me, as a man, you know, everybody's different, but just in my opinion, as a man, you should never get emotional with a woman because they unfollowed you on social media. And just in general, as a human, if you felt away, you should have reached out to that person personally through a text message or through inbox to say, hey, I feel away. Learn how to communicate. But they came at me very emotional, very loud, very aggressive, very wild. And me, I stood my ground. I wasn't fearful. I didn't yell. I didn't cuss. I didn't raise my voice. I just had how I'm talking to y'all. That's how I was talking. And it was just very, 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 very loud and aggressive. I had my gun on me. And on Post Road, on Brentwood, it's a camera. It's a police camera. They see everything. This is a stay your ground law. Now, if I was emotional and I had knowing I had my gun, nobody knew I had a gun on me, by the way, because I wasn't going to pull it out unless I needed to. But if I was emotional, what do you think would have happened? I would have pulled my gun out and I would have acted off of emotion. And I wouldn't be here right now. Why? Because even though it is stay your ground, I did not have a right to pull my gun out unless I was really felt like I was under attack. So that's why I feel like a lot of things should be taught before a person gets a gun. How old are you? I am 30 years old. I'm from Indiana. What do you think you are? What do you think you are, white or black or half? I am African American. I'm going to tell my friends about you, bro. You are so motivating. Thank you. Where are you from? Where are you from? So yeah, I control that situation because of my emotions. Like you can't think logic if you're emotional. So I controlled it. I de-escalated it. And I even apologized. I didn't have to do that, which is something I'm teaching myself not to do. I am not apologizing for things that I did not create. I don't have to apologize because I unfollowed you. But I did apologize. I said, you know, I apologize if you felt the way that me unfollowing you. But this is how I knew it really wasn't about communication because I wrote them and they didn't respond back. But to me, based on things that I learned and knowing that men are the leaders, I have high expectations when I come across a man. You're supposed to lead. You're not supposed to be emotional, especially towards a woman. No man should ever go in competition with a woman. To me, no shade, no judgment. To me, to compete with a woman, to me, it comes off as if that's a little bit not masculine. No man should ever compete with a woman. You should never be in competition with a woman. That's insecurity, you know? You have to, I feel like men should always carry themselves differently from a woman. You should never feel threatened by a woman because at the end of the day, that's still a woman, you know? And that's how I feel. What you talking about, BV? You from London? Hey, I've never been anywhere out of the country. What is Lordsville? I am working on it right now, actually. If both know their role, it is all good. It's a healthy relationship. What roles is that though? What role? Because I gotta ask you that question. What role are you talking about? I just feel like men should carry themselves differently towards women because they're men, you know? They're different. That's a whole different, like, it's a whole different responsibility. So, like, you're a man. That explains it right there. You're a man. You're from Birmingham, UK. You're like England. What do you mean by that, MMA? No man should act that way. You should not be emotional. No, I should have never been the one that was emotionally matured and controlled that situation with that man, if you get what I'm saying. That man, as a man, he should have controlled the situation and came to me in another way, or even if he didn't want to write me or text me, or he should have came to me like, yo, what's up, Sean? Can I talk to you after you're done? Over here, just me and you. And he's like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of hurt my feelings because you unfollowed me. Like, why you do that? Instead of him coming emotional the way that he did. Now, if that was a woman coming emotional at me, I would have understood it a lot more. But as a man, no. because they're leaders. But I led that situation. Like that could have turned ugly, literally. You know, like that got back to people. That loves me. Like a lot of people, just because I don't promote violence, I don't do it like that. But I do have people who are in the streets, and they're willing, like when they heard about that situation, they was ready to risk it all. But I stopped it. When they asked for who it was, I never gave them that name. I said it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. So it's like I have to control situations because I have people. I have to live. I have a lot to lose. I don't want blood on my hands. I don't want to face God behind a situation like that. And I don't care to hurt people, and I don't want to put people I love in situations where they gotta go to jail for life just because they want to protect me. That's why I make sure I carry myself a certain way, I handle situations a certain way, and I don't put myself in certain situations. A man should be the yeah. I think it should be a balance. I do. I agree. I think it should be a balance. Honestly, I just think men should not be emotional with women. I see if it was a man ain't a man, but a woman, no, because you're naturally more stronger than her. You're a leader, you know? You're a leader. You should never come at a woman like that emotionally. You're supposed to lead. You're supposed to be a man. You know how many situations I have with men? I have so many situations with every conflict y'all ever have seen me in, I did not start it. Maybe as a kid when I was growing up, yeah, because I used to tell people they wasn't from Post Road and then created issues. But from my adult life to now, every conflict y'all have saw, I did not start it. You just probably saw me respond to it. And a lot of times, I probably say back then a lot of times, and sometimes I responded in the wrong way. I should remain quiet, let it be what it be. But sometimes I used to have to say something. No, I'm not scared, Michelle. Women are the leader. Women can be leaders, of course. Well, men are naturally the leader, if you get what I'm saying. Yes, women can be leaders. Women are great leaders, especially in the work environments. They're great leaders. Women are highly needed because I feel like women, they're just emotionally there. They understand, So, yes, women can be leaders, but men are the leaders, if you get what I'm saying. I agree with that, MMA. I agree with that. No, I understand what you're saying, but I definitely agree with that. Yes, that is true. Men should not put their hands on women, and women should not provoke them. Do not provoke a man. Do not touch a man. Do not hit a man just because you can or you feel like he's a man. No, you can't hit him just as much as he can't hit you. You're not supposed to hit you. You're not supposed to hit him. But it's all good. We in modern times. I guess everything comes from a woman. Don't forget y'all made the world. No, both genders made the world. God made the world, but both genders are needed. Everybody's needed equally. Everybody's needed equally. But I just understand men are the leaders. Women can be leaders. I came across great women who are leaders in their positions, if you get what I'm saying. Yes, they can be great leaders. But what I'm speaking about is men are that is their natural born role as leaders, as a leader. Do you like KFC? I don't really know, because I don't really eat it like that. When I be hungry, I don't think like, yeah, I'm about to go get me some KFC. I don't think like that. Charlie Kirk. What do y'all think about that? Now that they brought it up. I never really watched none of his stuff, so I don't really know. I can't even speak on him. No, women are not the reason we're in the position that we're in now. It is sin. It is a fallen world. A lot of things are sinful. It's a sinful world. Sin is the reason why we're in the position that we are in now. Do you like cooking? I do not like cooking. I would rather go out and eat. That's why, as God bless me financially, I'm literally going to hire a chef. I don't like cooking. I'm going to hire a chef. And it's going to be my everyday chef. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't even care for lunch. Breakfast and dinner. You cook? Salute to you, man. Salute to you. I am definitely going to get a chef. I don't. I mean, I would cook, to survive, but Yeah, I don't like it. I grew up, my grandma used to always cook. And then when I lived with my aunties and them, they would always cook. So I just like to sit back and bring me my plate. Type. I don't like it. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. It's a hobby I don't like. Just like people like reading, some people don't. You, I would definitely eat your cookie because you say you in the wait where you say you was at? You in another part of the world. That's what you said you were. Wait, you did say you was from another part of the world, right? I would definitely eat your cooking because I just know like other parts of the world food is amazing. Literally. That's why I want what. That's One reason why I can't wait to go start going out of the country, and to go to the poverty areas, of course, and like really see how they live and see it up close and record it. But to try the food, I still read, but my hobby is ride four-wheelers and horses. I'm from Louisiana. Actually, I like horses too. You know, I've been thinking about buying one or getting one. I'm not gonna get one now though because they're just so much to take care of. But I like horses too and four-wheelers. When I get a crib, that's why I like when I've been looking for cribs. I just wanted a backyard that I can ride my dirt bike on. But most houses now is HOA, sadly. Well, not sadly, but sadly. It's a good thing and a bad thing at times. But yeah, I'm into dirt bikes and four-wheelers. I just gotta find land. I'm gonna give me a crib first. I just wanna, get myself in a certain position. Then I'm gonna get into all that. Do you work? Yes, I work every day, man. From the schools, from filming, from events, from partnerships, from business, from meetings, Zoom calls, school. I work in the school. I go to school myself. I'm in college. In fact, if you buy a horse, buy two so they won't get lonely. Yeah, that's something I learned too. That horses get lonely. That's why I say, you know what? It's not for me. Maybe I can just become friends with a person that has horses and just take care of it. Do I travel? Yes, I travel a lot. You was a pretty thug. Thank you. Why y'all writing in Spanish? I want me to go to France. I work in the school. Yes, I have always been a mentor. That is my position. A mentor is a teacher, a coach. Like it's everything. It has every hat. A mentor carries all the hats. You're not just one person. You're just not one position. You're everything. You're training kids, preparing them for the world. You're building them up. You're breaking them down to build them up. Breaking them down in a healthy way. Taking away bad habits. Building new ones. And I'm very hard too. As I get older, I'm very hard. When I first started, I was all for play. But not really though, because kids were still changing in my care, but I was still a kid myself. But now that I'm 30 years old, I'm a lot matured, I'm a lot older. So I'm a little bit more firm, disciplined. But I still got immature ways I need to work on. When things get too hard, I feel like I give up and I shut down. I work with all kids. But right now I work with kids in the middle school. And I feel like every kid from elementary, middle school, high school, they need you. They need you so much because elementary is easier. No, I ain't gonna say that. Elementary is a stage where you can get kids to create habits, good habits. You can break bad habits and start creating new ones. I created systems to do that, but I wasn't really listened to. No, I mean like some people did not listen to me, but I was listened to, but some of them did not listen. You can break bad habits, create them. Middle school, I feel like middle school is, they're learning who they are. You're just preparing them for life, for real. And high school it's right there. What do you want to be? I feel like I am already becoming who I want to be, honestly. I feel like I'm already becoming who I want to be, that God has allowed me to be. Like, I'm hard on one of the kids I work with at the middle school. I'm very hard on him. I mean, he's in special education, so he deals with stuff mentally, but he's aware. He knows good and bad. He knows. He's aware. He's conscious. He just struggled with academics. So I just try to prepare him about life. Like you gotta create good habits. You can't keep coming to school and not doing your work and giving up because the same thing you're taking with you now is gonna go into your adulthood. You're not gonna always have me. You're not gonna always have teachers that tell you to pick up your pencil and do work. So when you get into the adulthood, you're not gonna have people that tell you to get up and go to work. You're either gonna get yourself up and go, or you're gonna struggle. You're either gonna push yourself through hard times that you face as an adult, or you're gonna struggle. You know. And I am very real with kids. Like I don't sugarcoat it. School is an opportunity to prepare these kids, not to baby them and shelter them. You're failing them when you do that. I let them know what it is. Like one of my kids used to come to school high. He ate breakfast one time. He tried to eat again. They try to give him breakfast again. I'm like, why are you feeding this? Like, let him know this is what it's like if you keep smoking weed. And they gave him food. Like, you're not teaching him life situations. You're not helping him. You're allowing him to he's going to go out and keep smoking. When he came to school high, he ate breakfast. He wanted it again. You should have said no. Let him understand this is what it is and how it is when you smoke weed. But it is what it is. You must be strong-willed. I am very strong-willed. I do not like control. I do not like being told what to do. I listen. I will follow a lead. I will follow a person's lead. I will follow their leadership. But I will never follow a person's leadership if they disrespectful to me. Like I got rolled up. I wrote this in my book too, in a healthy way. I had an assistant principal who did not like me the first day that I started, and they showed that. They let that be known. I never followed their lead because they were disrespectful. They attacked me. They attacked my body size. They attacked my clothes. They attacked everything about me, and they were older than me. I did not follow their lead at all. I got rolled up for it. I didn't care. I would keep doing it, not because I'm being hard-headed. I'm more so would never follow the leadership of a person who does not know how to lead. I will gladly follow the leadership of a person who knows how to lead. Like I have openly followed, even though I'm strong-willed, I have openly followed the leadership of individuals, openly, without a fight or anything like that. But so yeah, I am very strong-willed. You have kids? No, I do not. You thought about joining the army? Yeah, when I was younger, but I wouldn't do it now. What made you get into that? Do you take after your mom or dad? Did they take after one of you? I'm just naturally strong-willed. My niece is my older niece. She's strong-willed now. She's a very strong-willed kid. She just has a sense of self. She's know who she's conscious. She's emotionally aware. She has always been gifted. I knew that when she was 1 year old. That's why I used to buy her cards, like addition cards, literally, and she knew what they was. She has always been gifted. She's very strong-willed because she knows who she knows herself, And a lot of times, like doctors, they always say, "Oh, that's ODD, oppositional defiance disorder." No, that's not. She's just strong-willed. That is a skill. That's a gift. We need that in the world. That she can become our next leader. She follows my lead. She doesn't. If anything, if she feels like something is not what she wants, she will express that. Like, hey, like no, I don't want to. Okay, I'll let her express that. That is her voice. She's building her voice, but I also teach her that at the same time, she still has to somewhat respect and follow authority. You need some chapstick? I really don't. How old are you? I'm 30. Facts. Oh, wow. If you don't mind me asking, I don't. I'm 30. Is your niece more strong-willed than you? No, we're about the same. You seem militant? For real? What do you mean? Explain that. That's very interesting to say. Nobody has ever said that. What do you mean by that? Do you like sports? Yeah, I played basketball. I was very athletic, actually. I ran track, quit before it started, but I played basketball, though. How old are you? I'm 30 years old. But I ain't never heard nobody say, I seem militant. I feel like that's a compliment. I ain't gonna lie to you. What does that mean, though? What do you mean by that? Oh, shoot, man. Here go Diana. Oh, shoot. Here we go again. Yeah, I'm 30. Yeah, I look 19. Yeah, I'm 30. I don't got no fit on. I just got a shirt and some joggers on. Diana, man, be prepared, cause I'm about to come to Cali. No lie, no cap, for real though. Well, I gotta go to Seattle first. Seattle ain't that far from Cali. I can really just get an Airbnb in Seattle and just drive to Cali. That's what I should do. Who do you support? What do you mean? You 30? Oh yeah, you're an old head too, Diana. So stop the cap. Yes, I'm coming to Africa. Lord's will. Peace and God's will. Yes, I am coming to Africa for sure. I like all sports, honestly. But I'm definitely coming to Africa. So it's a very special place. It's where gold was created. Gold comes from Africa, right? Gold comes from Africa, right? Diana, you're actually not old. 30 is not old. That's our prime, man. We just getting started. That's not old at all. Strong-minded? Oh, that's what you mean? I never heard of that, man. Militant. That's crazy. Yes, I do believe that. But yeah. I don't know, man. I think that's just my personality, for real. Gold comes from everywhere. I think the main spot is Africa, though. Something comes from Africa. Is it oil or is it... Which one is it? If something comes from Africa, that is a powerful resource. I ain't gonna lie, I don't be knowing how I know this stuff, but I just know it. Both. Oh. What religion are you? I just follow the word. I just follow the word Jesus, which Jesus is the word, which is the Bible. I just follow what I read in the Bible. No, what's that, Diana? I never seen that. Oil. Have you seen Africa? Have you been to Africa? No, I've never been to Africa, but I really want to go. I just don't know which part I want to go to yet. I know everybody goes to Nigeria, but I want to go to the trenches. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to film poverty. That's where the real story is at. Oh, the oil diamonds. Y'all think it's still some there, or you think they got them or blocked the area off where they are at? What it's about, Diana? Diamonds come from Africa. Diamond, do you think they still there, or you think they got it all blocked off? You know, I think the government. You know, we ain't gonna get into the government because I just know we ain't gonna get into them. We gonna get whatever. You're a beautiful woman. Thank you. There is a lot. There is a lot. Exactly, but everything is a story. So I storytell. With my filming, I storytell. You know, that's how I express myself. I've always been a storyteller, from writing, from filming, from photography. I've always been a storyteller, and that tells a story. That's why I want to film poverty. Like, y'all know, I really want to get into some deep documentary stuff with my vlogs, you know? Like, really, like, some deep documentary stuff. You know, filming, like, inside the hoods. Filming, like, say if a girl was killed. Like, it's a video on YouTube where a girl was killed in Chicago, and they filmed the candlelight, the funeral, her family in the process. Like, I want to get really raw with my filming. It's all about it's about world minded these blood diamonds. I'm driving back from the desert though. Much love. Why you in the desert? Ain't nothing in the desert. On BD, I wanted to cry when the kid gave me the biggest hug ever for giving him water in a candy bar. Why you gotta put it on BD? That's because you let me know that it really touched you. Work? You work in the desert? Would you ever sleep overnight in the desert? Are you for real? You a cameraman in Chicago? I'm coming there tomorrow, Lord's will. Put it in prayer, everything goes well, man. Oh, so who was in the desert though? Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Nobody was out in that desert, Diana. Oh, wow. Oh, you went to the army? What's the 317 bike like video? Drench Game. Which is it on this YouTube? Or you got another YouTube channel? Diana, Diana, stay out of the desert. Go home. You an ambulance person? Is your vlogs on this YouTube channel or you got another one? What's your YouTube name? Oh, you become an Army Ranger one day? Definitely chase your dreams. Young Will. The trenches. You're not him. This is not you, because I know him. I'm doing well today, MB. Thank you. Hope you're doing well too. No, you probably the youngest person in here. Shout out to Eye of the Trenches too. I love his work. You know, he really out here pushing out a positive image for real, like for real. I ain't gonna tweak with you. I'm just what the heck? You film everything? We gotta connect though then. You definitely gotta connect if you want to. I'm always down with networking with genuine people or get to know people, seeing how far it goes for real. I don't remind you of Blood Dirt. I'm always down with networking, get to know people, see how far it can go. If it doesn't go anywhere, it is what it is, you know. No, everything doesn't always have to go a certain way. Where can I see your work though? I want to watch your stuff for real. I'll be watching Eye of the Trenches. It's just positive. That's what I like. Because nobody is really trying to show the positive side of the ghettos. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because negativity is like nobody cares about the ghettos. You know? It's just like nobody cares. And it's only like a selective few who don't really care about the money who will just go in and push positivity. I ain't gonna lie, I usually just I follow him. So when I be seeing the work, I just be thinking it's just connected to him. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, I didn't get a retwist. I haven't had a retwist in a couple of months. But yeah, when I follow him on Instagram and all that. I'm supposed to be connected with him, hopefully. But when I just be seeing his work, I just really just, you know. But I did not know it was 3 y'all. I didn't know that. Appreciate that for telling me though. But y'all all under Eye of the Trenches, right? That's all y'all. That's all y'all brands, right? Or that's just what Will call himself. Or is that an actually like brand for all y'all? Okay, now that makes sense. Yeah, I do see work of Eye of the Trenches, yes. I need to brand myself properly. That's what I need to do. Is this Quavo? Get up out of here. I'm gonna let this Quavo. These ones are ugly. I don't like these. This is gonna be on the YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying to elevate my stuff a lot more. You know, I really just want to storytell. What advice do you have for a 16-year-old? For a 16-year-old, when I was 16, I was going through a lot in my life. I didn't really know who I was. I would say as a 16-year-old, what is the right advice for the 16-year-old I would give to myself? I would say not to, that's not mediocre advice that I would really need. I would say you're not behind because I feel like I was behind. Make sure you focus on your choices because your choices can set you up for life by the time you hit my age. You know, they can set you up in a certain way. Focus on your friends, as in figure out if they really genuine, or just more so learn life. You know, go through what you're going through, experience it, learn from it, allow it to grow you. And just whatever you're going through, whatever God allows you to go through, experience it, accept it. You know, because when you get older, by the time you get my age, you're gonna really appreciate it. You know, you're gonna be really grateful for going through what you're going through. Just accept being what you're going through as a 60-year-old. You know, you're not gonna have life together. You're not gonna be perfect. You're gonna go through things. You probably don't even know who you are. You're not gonna probably figure out what you want to do in life. I ain't figured that out until I was 24. That's when I started to get on the journey of what I want to do in life, gaining confidence in myself, finding out who I am, separating from friends and I started in 2017, but separating from people who means me no well, who doesn't mean me well, stuff like that. So yeah, just take your time and appreciate being 16. You know, work out, eat well, for real. Honestly, work out, eat well, save as much money as you can. You know, people used to tell me that a lot, but that is true. Because by the time you hit 30, it's gonna feel good that you save money. You know, that you save money, you gonna be in a whole different position than your peers. You know, get into a lot of things, investments and all that. While you're young, started like if I was 16, I would have started a YouTube channel. You know, if I was back into my neighborhood and I knew what I knew now, I would have started a YouTube channel and just vlog my neighborhood every day. You know. But yeah, just be 16. Even if you're in your early 20s, you're in college. Accept the journey. You're gonna get in relationships where you're gonna learn. You're gonna bump your head. They're gonna hurt you, but it's gonna grow you. It's gonna train you. It's gonna make you better. You ain't gonna because by the time you get older, you ain't gonna go through for those same individuals you used to date. You're not gonna go for the same habits. You're not gonna go for the same relationship. Learn. You in your early 20s. You're in college. Learn. Accept it. Go through it. Allow it to grow you. You know. Take your time. Please focus on your choices, your decision making. If you're not in college in your early 20s, like, you don't gotta go to college. But don't get stuck in believing you're behind. Make sure you're doing something that's gonna level you up or move you somewhere. Do something that brings you peace. Not just money. Money is needed. It is a great tool to have. But that's not the end goal in life. Because so many people are millionaires, but they're unfulfilled. Are unhappy, they're miserable. Money brings temporary happiness. If it really brought fulfillment within, there's so many people who fought depression would have never killed themselves. In a sense, if you get what I'm saying. People, and I say that because people say the world is designed to make us believe money is the end goal. There's so many people in this world who has money. They had it for a long time. It was exciting at first, but now they're bored. Now they're trying to figure out something else that's fulfilling with them. Look at these rappers. They got all the money in the world. But look at their lifestyles. Look how they carry themselves. Look at their spirit. It's broken. They're unhappy. So make sure you find something within. Trust God. Keep God in your life. Let Him bring you true peace and happiness. Like somebody a couple of days ago told me that I have a peace that people are chasing. And that's because of God. Okay, day and night, we on site. Take the flight, pull up to the right. Now he trying to fight. There ain't gotta be no light. Like who? What he finna do? I'm about to move. That's a cue, so I'm going through. Why does it sound like King Vine? Do you wear glasses? Yeah, I do wear glasses. They in the kitchen actually. I put my glasses in the kitchen. I use that advice well. I had great people in my life too, but I never really had me. You know, but I had great people. I had Miss Duncan. She was always there for me. She wouldn't respond to me though. She never responded, even when I was a kid. Like she would text me, get on me, but when I respond back, she never replied. I be writing her now. Well, I wrote her years ago. And I said, Miss Duncan. She ain't never reply. She don't reply to me. Like I want her to see my greatness now. She played the role and she won't reply, bro. What's wrong with her? She been stressing me out. I'm from Brazil. I follow your channel. I really like your content. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I want to come to Brazil too. Yeah, I had great people in my life. Miss Duncan, I don't know my sixth grade teacher, but she believed in. She taught me that I was a writer. You know, God put a lot of people in everybody. Like God sets things up for you. And if it wasn't for God put her in my life, I would never knew I was a writer. She told me I was a writer. I'll be trying to find her too, just to say thank you. I do have IG. It's my name on Instagram. It's the same as YouTube. Nayshawn Clay. Everybody that comes in your life, it helps you. They play a powerful role. I did not get here where I'm at today around the youth. How successful I am right now, of course it's God. Yes, God does all this. He's the author. But I know where I'm at today, right now, success-wise, around the youth, the knowledge that I have around the youth, it's not because of myself. At all. Somebody came into my life and they blessed me with the knowledge. They allowed me to grow. They opened the door, you know? They let me figure it out. I bumped my head. They gave me time to figure it out, grow, study it. Giving me blueprint knowledge. I took it, I learned it, I mastered it. The information that they gave me, the opportunity that they gave me, I mastered it. And the God allowed me to turn it into $1 million business. $1 million, what? Yes, because look how successful I'm becoming. I'm on the road to touching $1 million. There's no other millionaire in my family. I'm the first. You know? Because everybody in your life, God sets them up to help you get to the next level. Yes, I have an IG. It's my name, Nayshawn Clay. That's why I really cared about the people who helped me get where I'm at today. Like, me being successful is them being successful. When I win, they win. Because I value the ones who came into my life and helped me get where I'm at today. Trust me, I have moments where I'll be thinking about, okay, how much money I'm gonna give this person? How much money I'm gonna give this person? Which house should I give this person? Which car should I buy this person? All these individuals who have helped me get where I'm at today. What's up, Tiger? You ready to come and lay down? You ready to lay down, buddy? You ready to lay down? I really try to find a new. I found a cat today, though, but there's a kid in here. It was somebody's cat, though. It's there tomorrow. I'm gonna get some food. Well, I ain't gonna be here tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna come back late. So yeah, I'm gonna go see if it's outside. I'm gonna give it some food. I'm gonna take it to the vet, give it shots and all that. Then I'm gonna have to put it in a separate room for 3 days away from him so they can get along. I need to brush him too. Cause look at this. Look at all that. Just shedding everywhere. Yeah, he a big cat. He a domestic cat. He big as heck. He's like a bad kid, not gonna lie to y'all. He's bad. One time I was moving, one time I had to I faced hard times in life and I'm very vulnerable. One time I had lost my apartment and I had to move in with my mom. And he jumped out of my hand and ran in the backyard with a dog. Man, that was God, I ain't gonna lie to you. I went after my cat. I was about to go head to head with that dog, but Somehow, some way, the dog got scared and didn't go near him anymore. And he was just in the corner. He was so like that was God. So I know that was God. I thank God for that. For just protecting him. But he wouldn't let nobody touch him, including me. Like he was just so like long. Like I don't know. I never seen him like that. I had to get a blanket and wrap him. He stayed in the bathroom for like 3 days. Nobody could get near him. And when I went in the bathroom one day, I just heard him meow. And he just came toward me. That's another thing, advice. Never be ashamed to bump your head and fall down. You know, yeah, you can start with a crib, you lose it. You gotta move back in with people or other people. Never be ashamed because the world is a hard world, and especially if you don't come from handouts, you don't really come from strong support. You know, you gotta figure it out on your own. Never be ashamed to fall short. Never be ashamed to start over. Never be ashamed to ride the bus. Never be ashamed of none of that stuff. Because it's gonna make your story. It's gonna make you. It's gonna help you grow. Let people laugh. Let people mock you. Let people do all that stuff. It is what it is. You can't control people. A lot of times people do things to try to hurt you because they'll hurt themselves. But never let that stuff break you. You know? Because as you become older, you become this millionaire. You can go back and be like, I rode the bus. You know? And you can inspire people to live in their journey and not be afraid or ashamed of living in their journey. A lot of people in this world, you're going through something, you're battling something. I saw this lady, there's a black lady who looked younger, she probably looked like she was in her 40s. I was out west, and I seen her on the corner begging for money. And I was just looking at her, and she doesn't seem like the person that's always on the corner. Like just off how she was looking at me, turning her head in a sense. And I was like, maybe she's going through a hard time to where she's got to a point where she just feels like she has to do this because she probably has no other way. I just pray for her, you know, that God helps her, bless her in ways that she needs to be blessed, you know. And, you know, a lot of people who will ride past, probably ignore her, will laugh at her. But I know that the struggle, like, don't ever be ashamed of the struggle or your low points or just because you know, you gotta ride the bus or you gotta start over. You know, never be ashamed of that stuff. Nobody's perfect and we all got a story. You know? Get back up and keep going. Get back up and keep pushing yourself. For real. I've been through all that. With the bus, the eviction notices, all of it. Just get back up and push yourself. That's all you can do. Cause you're human. Especially, you know, I ain't grew up with handouts either. Or I didn't grow up with people telling me, this is how you do this. This is why credit is important. This is how you save money. I actually grew up around eviction notices, no water, no lights. I had to figure it out on my own. And me bumping my head taught me, you know. People have people in their life that teaches them. My story and my battles taught me. You love Afro girls, my obsession. Yeah, my life story taught me. My battles taught me. Me bumping my head taught me. That was they was God allowed those to teach me. Now I make sure that I have everything in order, because of what I went through in my past. And a lot of times I had immature thoughts too. I made immature decisions, and I had to go through that because if I never went through that, I would never gain the maturity that I have now behind certain situations. Like I handle my business, you know. Trust me, it gave me anxiety. Like a lot of times, a lot of stuff gives me anxiety. Like I don't like spending my money. I don't like spending it because I have anxiety. You know, when you grow up broke and you experience things, it gave me anxiety. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I don't like seeing my money go to zero. It gives me anxiety. That's true. I don't think I ever shared that. But yeah, I do get anxiety. That's why I'm always trying to figure out how to grow my money, how to grow it, how to build it. Most importantly, for real, honestly, how to give to God so He can multiply it. But anyways, man, hopefully y'all have a good night. And yeah, I think I enjoyed being on here with y'all tonight. Alright, y'all have a good